Good afternoon, and thank you for watching WFMY News 2 at noon. I'm Megan Malares. A disaster unlike anything we've experienced. Descriptive words we heard just a few minutes ago when the governor, emergency management, and FEMA gave an important update on the massive rescue response continuing as we speak in western North Carolina. They noted progress in road and power repairs and said the National Guard should be in every affected county by this afternoon. The health department noted it has checked on every nursing home and assisted living facility in the area, equipping them with resources like water and transporting patients from some facilities to different parts of the state. FEMA is now urging families to apply for disaster assistance through disasterassistance.org. This afternoon, I-40 East out of Buncombe County near Old Fort is open, and we just learned I-40 West is set to reopen today as well. The highway is previously closed due to Helene, leaving many western North Carolina residents with no way out. Though these areas of I-40 have reopened, many other parts of the highway remain closed. Drivers can go to drivenc.gov to find alternate routes. That said, I-40 at the Tennessee state line remains closed as DOT works to stabilize the highway. An update from Duke Energy reps. They say line crews have restored power to more than 900,000 customer outages in North Carolina and hopes to get most of the remaining outages restored by Friday. Restoration could take longer in areas that are significantly damaged or inaccessible. This is a very unusual crew rescuing people or transporting supplies, we should say. A team of mules from 511's Livestock Hauling are helping bring supplies to residents affected by Helene. A post from the Mountain Mule Packer Ranch showed the mules preparing for a trip in Black Mountain with donated supplies on their backs. They are taking supplies to areas currently inaccessible by vehicle. Well, people at North Wilkesboro Speedway are making sure first responders are being fed as they offer help post-Helene. WFMY News 2's Giselle Thomas is live at North Wilkesboro. Giselle, a great opportunity to help.
The North Wilkesboro Speedway is working as a resource to both the community and the people working to fix the aftermath of Hurricane Helene. Now, right now, staff is serving lunch for Wilkesboro and North Wilkesboro County maintenance staff. The Wilkesboro Speedway is giving out both breakfast and lunch to emergency services staff, maintenance crews, and anyone working to help clean up the mess left after Hurricane Helene. Now, this week we've seen so much destruction across the state and in our area, the Speedway serving as a pit stop. Now, for service workers and for people who need it. The Speedway is also hosting a hurricane relief drive for non-perishable items and toiletries. I spoke to an attendee. He is David Webb, the Public Works Director for the town of North Wilkesboro. He says it starts with assessing the issues, cleaning it up, and then fixing it.
In our town, we had several trees to go down, and not little trees, they was big trees, and we had some flooding along our Wilkesboro Avenue. Several businesses down through there, they got flooded out pretty bad.
Now, the Speedway says it will continue to serve food for the rest of the week, and it also plans to host a collection drive tomorrow in Charlotte. Live in Wilkesboro, Giselle Thomas, WFMY News 2.
A great way to utilize our existing resources, Giselle. We'll also hear App State is warning non-mandatory employees to stay away from campus. The university's volleyball team has canceled its Friday and Saturday games against Louisiana and will not reschedule. All classes are still canceled on the Boone and Hickory campuses. The university is operating in emergency mode, which means students on campus have to abide by a set of rules to conserve resources like reducing water usage and their commutes to class. Currently, the university has working water. App State asks you to try to conserve it as best you can by limiting the length of showers and using the dishwasher when it's full. As of Monday, the boil water advisory lifted in Boone. Many shelters are still available in the area. President Biden will see the destruction for himself tomorrow. Right now, a big relief plan is underway for 25 counties in our state, part of the declaration granted by his administration. Yesterday, Governor Cooper spent the day assessing damage, and he said just a few moments ago he plans to go back this afternoon. He did an aerial tour over some of the hardest hit areas and met people at Mission Hospital in Asheville. He said the National Guard and emergency workers from 19 states have deployed to help, along with FEMA personnel. In Western North Carolina, Aaron Smith, his wife, and 2 sons are left without a home following Helene. Their home in Bat Cave is demolished with extensive flooding, washing away all of their belongings. All they could save was 1 suitcase now being shared among them. Smith said he had lived in the Middle East for years in war zones, but Helene's destruction is unlike anything he has ever seen. There are no roads, no trees, just water where he lives, nothing left. And now the family of 5, including their pet dog, are like thousands of people just trying to figure out the next steps. Asheville remains one of the hardest hit big cities in the area. As you know, the Mountain City is known for history, culture, and scenery, also home to the River Arts District. One person who lives there told us the district no longer is standing.
And I just think about all of those small businesses and the families that had years and years of roots there that are gone. Just also reading the stories about like the River Arts District, and all of the artists are just saying years of hard work and art is just gone. Everything that we have done for years is not an option at this point.
Well, we talk with the owner of Moonberg Soulful Living in Greensboro, who recalls a recent visit to the city while worrying for fellow creators.
If it was me, I would have that fear of like, how am I going to keep going? And so it is severely impactful. And as an artist, you have everything you've created, so it's not just like, it's your heart.
Brown Shop off Spring Garden is accepting donations for people affected by Helene. If you cannot get in touch with loved ones still, there's a good chance it's because of cell service and no power. There is a number you can call, 211, or you can fill out a form on the North Carolina Department of Public Safety's page, Helene page, to request a welfare check or search and rescue. With access to many areas still cut off from Helene, the State Board of Elections is working to ensure all North Carolinians will be able to vote in November. The board has been in contact with county election offices, assessing any damage to voting facilities, which could hinder in-person voting. In-person early voting is set to start October 17th. Forsyth Humane Society is coming to the rescue to help homeless pets in Helene's aftermath. The Asheville Humane Society confirms this morning 40 dogs, 57 cats, and several small animals from its shelter are waking up in Winston-Salem out of harm's way. This all came about because Forsyth Humane Society partnered with the Bissell Pet Foundation to collect 1,000 pounds of supplies for employees out of the Asheville Humane Society. It flew out those supplies yesterday and picked up animals to fly back to Winston-Salem. This past weekend, Forsyth Humane put out a call for foster families, and since then said it has received an influx of applications. It is processing the applications and plans to reach out to fosters over these next 2 days. The Forsyth Humane Society is looking for more donations, cat carriers, bath towels, and lightweight blankets. Drop them off at the rescue located at 4881 Country Club Road. We are hoping for some clearing skies to assist with cleanup efforts and to, I guess, get some fall-like air. Ed.
Yeah, and you know, although we still got a lot of clouds and a small shower chance today, with a cold front moving through tomorrow, much drier air is going to be moving into the Piedmont. We could see an extended period of thankfully dry weather through the weekend and maybe the better part of next week, with our fingers crossed. As we take a live look over downtown Greensboro, still a lot of clouds, but occasionally you see a peek of the sun. I think overall a mostly cloudy, variably cloudy sky for the afternoon. Temperatures at the moment are right around 70. We're forecasting 76, maybe a 77 or 78. Thankfully nothing on radar, but just a little bit of heating. Could get an isolated shower to go, but again, I don't expect much this afternoon. Most of the activity this morning has been up over Virginia. Mid 70s for us today. It'll be partly cloudy, low 60s tonight. 7-day coming up.
Coming up, what to expect for the first and likely only vice presidential debate, airing right here on WFMY News 2 tonight.